Alright, we are back at KSP, and, ooh, hello. They did add a new building. A new update just came out. Like, literally, I clicked on this thing, and it took 16 minutes for it to load. Because it had to download, and then for some reason it said I didn't have a connection. And when I clicked on it, I did have a connection. So, anyway, what I want to do is, I want to put another satellite probe thing that like I made the last time in orbit around the moon. However, it took 45 minutes for me to do that last one, so I'm not gonna make you guys sit and wait through all this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this, I'm gonna shut up, and I'm gonna build this in time acceleration, or at least it'll be time acceleration for you guys. For me, it'll be normal speed. So get ready, here we go. Alright, so we're in orbit, and I actually did this once already, and I'm just going to edit these videos together and cut and paste, and you're never going to see all that. Because basically what happened was I actually launched the satellite on an orbit around the moon in the wrong spot. So, I have done this before, and like a moron, I basically messed everything up. So that's going to have us crash into the moon, which we don't want to happen. Okay. So the last time I did this, I put it at about 100. So 116 should be fine. Now this is what happened. So this was basically the orbit that I launched that satellite in. I forgot to set my orbit and then fix my trajectory. Well, fix the angle of it in relation to my satellite that I had put in orbit for that specific purpose. So we're going to do a bit of time acceleration here. See, and that's what makes these videos take forever, is so many mistakes that I have to go back in and edit out. And it's not that I'm editing them out because I'm embarrassed by them or anything like that. It's just, it's really boring for you guys to have to sit there and watch every single mistake. I mean, I'm telling you, these videos, like the last video I just got done uploading, so I think it was part... actually, no, it wasn't part 3. It would have been part 2, I think it was. Right? Was literally 2 hours long. 2 hours. I got it down to like 45 minutes, okay? So, you're welcome. So that you didn't have to sit through 2 hours of me making a whole bunch of mistakes. Don't get me wrong, I know you guys would have loved to see those mistakes and laugh and all that good stuff, but trust me, yeah, you weren't going to want to sit through 2 hours of video footage. The thing with this game is, it's a fantastic game, but it can be a bit dry. On. Alright, so where are we at there? Ooh, bam. Okay. Well, that stinks. See, man, sometimes you gotta be really careful. But you guys will like seeing that nice little mistake there. Yeah, Z for some reason now is like full throttle, so yeah, I'm not setting that as target just yet. Okay, so we'll get this back down again. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really complaining that it's full throttle, but it would have been nice if they had, you know, given some kind of warning that, hey, guess what? Z is now full throttle. So technically this satellite is going to be in completely the wrong rotational orbit, so... But that's okay. So we'll time accelerate. Pretty soon we're gonna arc back around, and as we arc back around, we're gonna catch the moon's gravity. Which I know this is gonna be in the wrong spot, but technically speaking, this is actually gonna help me out a lot, because when I get here, when I go to do any moon stuff, this way I'll know which way I need to burn to get back home. And actually this will help me get back home too. So yeah, I could be upset about all of this, but ooh, Periups is 44, huh? I don't know if I like that. So we'll set that at 130. Yeah, no, we'll set our Apple apps at 100. 109. Okay, that's fine. And then once we get there, we'll adjust our Apple apps and Periups and all that stuff. I'm also going to quick save before I do any of that. After I get this orbit, I'm going to quick save just in case I happen to magically screw this up royally yet again. So we're going to do some time acceleration here and get ourselves closer to our desired spot. You hear me click away on that button because, yeah, this thing, I mean, it goes. It really, really goes. So we will pick it up a tiny bit, though. Yeah, we won't. Alright, close enough. Yeah, now I've got to be careful about that Z button, too, because that's going to be really easy to hit. So I know my Periups is getting kind of low, but what I can do is I can fix that whenever I get into... Okay. So we're in orbit now, so we're going to go ahead and quick save. So that way, if something goes wrong at this point now, I can fix it. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is get around here to my Apple apps. Actually, I should stay pointing in this direction. So we'll time accelerate, because I believe the moon, you have to be less than 20,000 or something like that in order to actually fall down. So we should stay right where we're at without any problems. And by facing backwards, by the time I get to Apple apps, I should be facing forwards, which is exactly the direction I want to burn in, more or less. Alright, so we're almost facing in the right direction now. So what's going to happen is we're actually going to pass this up a tiny bit as we approach, but we are, what, 13 minutes away? So we'll get that down to about the 1 minute mark and make some adjustments. And then, oh yes, then we'll do what I was trying to do originally in the first doggone place. Okay. So we're within 1 minute, about 30 seconds now of the Apple apps, which is good. So we're gonna burn slightly until that is as close to 115 as possible, or at least until that 115 changes. Okay. So our 115 changed to 116, and that's at 109. So I think we'll do one more adjustment burn just to get this thing as near to a round orbit as possible. But the problem is, like I said before, when I launch this thing off, that thing shoots off with enough force that it's going to change the orbit of... Okay, 116 or 117. So that's actually going to change the orbit substantially. So I'm actually going to want to launch this thing probably retrograde. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Now here's where things become a bit of a problem, because I've set that as a target. Yeah? Alright. So there's that. Now I want to set myself level with that target. The problem is it won't let me do that because it wants me to do something stupid like this. Right? But what I can do is I can take this node here and I can go like this. So what's that thing at? 1.7, 1.6. Okay, so that's back at 1.7 again. So is there a spot here where I can get 6.4, 10.3, 9, 9.2, 7.6, 6.2, 4.9, getting there, 3.8, 3.2, I think 3.2 is probably about as good as I'm going to get. No, wait, 2.8. Can keep going, because the closer I can get that to reading 0, 1.7, 1.6, I don't think I'm going to get much better than 1.6 though. Yeah. So 1.6, and then we'll see if making any adjustments to it here can get that down past 1.6. No, because that's going back up again. 1.6, 1.6, 1.9. Man, 1.6 is probably going to be about the best I can do. Okay. So we're going to axe this node. And what I need to try and do now is get myself in about as 90 degrees I can get it. So at what point... So I need to keep that line there. So at what point do I cross that line? Okay. So these two lines literally meet up like right here. Alright. So if I put that there and I drag that down. Now that still has me facing this way, but that's okay. Because then what I can do is I can... No, stop. Because then what I can do is I can set it so that looks about flat. What do you guys think? Alright, I think that's about flat. So we got a 2-second burn straight up, basically, in 50 minutes. Okay. So we'll time accelerate until we are near the point we need to be at. Notice how I'm not really time accelerating very quickly. That's for a very good reason. So that's a 2-second bird, which is going to be a fairly simple target to hit, but I'm actually going to burn slowly. Just to make sure. Because this satellite is actually really, really important. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Alright. Six, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and
they're doing the imitation ducky.
Stop. Okay. Bam. Thank you for all the shouting and yelling. I appreciate it, and I really do. I mean, really, really do. Okay, so this point right here. No, don't set Ike as target. No. Maneuver. Okay, and we're gonna have to move this. Move this over until that is sitting directly on top of where I need it to sit. Okay, nope, wrong direction. Sorry. And I literally want that yellow line to practically disappear behind the white line. Ladies and gentlemen, let the horn tooting begin. That's fantastic. Okay. So, in 14 seconds, we got a 1 second burn. Gotta love that. But again, I'm actually going to do that really, really slowly. I gotta turn the lights on. Because the black keyboard with no lights on, as it's getting dark outside, is really hard to see. So we'll time accelerate until we're within the 1 minute mark. Just like before, making sure to monitor our time very, very carefully so that way we don't overshoot our mark. And 1 minute. I know I kind of let that go a little bit long sometimes, but in 10 seconds. All right, and we're gonna burn at 1. I want to make sure that gets as close to that as possible. I think it might still be a little bit crooked, but F5, quick save. We have an orbit. Granted, it's going in completely the wrong direction, but you know what? So, hold on. I need to unset Ike as a target. Oh. Said it might be a little bit inclined, but that's okay. Alright, so what are we sitting at? So, if I want this thing to gain a little bit of periapse, I need to launch the satellite at periapse, don't I? No, I need to launch it at apoapse. I need to launch it just when we hit apoapse. And that should throw the periapse out. Well, because the last time I did this, it gained 30,000 meters. Yeah. 30,000 meters just from decoupling the stupid thing. Alright. We'll try it. We'll try it your way. And if things go horribly, horribly wrong, like I expect they will, then, well, you know what? I can only blame myself for it, can't I? So get ourselves down once again to that 1 minute mark. And then we'll turn the ship. Okay. Now, cool thing is the ship is actually just like spinning around in a circle. So once I point here, all it's going to do is just basically spin around and just spin around and spin around and spin around. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit map view. We're going to get ready to jettison this thing. And we're going to jettison it at about 1 second till we reach. So you see it's kind of trying to struggle there to go down. I mean, we are literally just inches from our apoaps there. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam. So when I switch to it now, yeah, you see what I mean? 183 and 134. So yeah, this thing is on. I mean, it literally just went. I mean, look at that. This is where we are. This is where it is. I swear. Alright, so I want this thing pointing up. Or as near as makes no difference, up. North. And it's just going to sit here and just do this number. So, that's okay. I tell you what, man. Wait, can I still shift back? Okay. I don't think the craft, but it's probably going to get out of range here pretty soon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and burn towards it. Just so that way it stays in range and I can still like shift between them like this. And right click. We're going to rename this one, and we're basically, hang on, what the what? Oh crud, I gotta put my phone in the charger. Hang on, people sending me text messages. Unwanted text message. Alright. Sorry about that. Had to take care of a little, little problem. Alright, wait, is that double spaced? It is double spaced. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. I apologize. Like I said, I had to take care of that real quick. So. Alright. So now we have our orientation satellite set up on the surface or in muner orbit. So we can deselect that as a target. I won't let me do it there. Ooh, really? Like, I mean, I can come within like 5 of it. Unset. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to add a maneuver node so we can go home. Why? Because it's been long enough. Now if that disappears, That's a good sign. Good sign. Alright. So what do we got there? 35? Yeah, we can live with 35. Alright. So what I want to do is I want to point us here. Which I like that on the nav ball. It actually shows an arrow instead of just the ghost now. That's kind of cool. But I need to go back here. Because according to that, we're going to pass within 500 meters of it. And I need to make sure that that 500 meters does not include a head-on collision. So we're going to time accelerate in this view and make sure that stays 500 meters away from us. See, yeah, see what I mean? That said 500 meters, and there it is, 292 meters already. Well, that's kind of cool. There's the sun, and there's that. But yeah, I'm going to adjust my graphics and maybe... Okay, cool. It's moving away from us now. So I can go back to map view and finish this time acceleration outside of map view. In map view. Yeah, I'm gonna go in and check the graphics when I'm done with this, just to make sure that nothing went catastrophically wrong. But yeah, we're on point like 25.0.643, I think it is. So yeah, we're still not even on the full version of this game yet. I mean, that's... What does that tell you? You know? Alright, so we got an 11-second burn. So apparently I wasn't recording. I didn't have the mic on for everything I just got done saying. Anyway, basically all I was saying was I wanted to make sure that the satellite wasn't going to collide with us, is really all I was saying. That's why I went back out of map view. And then of course the yelling and screaming and hollering about stuff that really, honestly, well and truly does not matter. So okay, we're going to time accelerate through here. We're going to get ourselves... There we go. And it's time for us to go back home. So, when I'm done here, like I said before, which none of you guys didn't hear, I'm going to check my graphic settings. Because you notice how a lot of the stuff's kind of blurry now? Which, naturally, of course, I was busy talking and missed my burn. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Alright, alright, alright. Down a bit more. So I want this to be at least within like 20,000. At least. That should be sufficient enough to air brake us. There we go, 26. 26 works. Bam, close that out. Do a little bit of time acceleration, and this time, unlike the last time when we did time acceleration and it shot us all the way back around and we ended up encountering the moon again. Wait, what's that? Okay, that's the Tylo and Lathe. So those aren't important. This time, I'm actually going to exit out of map view before I do the time acceleration. So here in a second, we're going to cross this line, and when we cross that line there, it's going to kick us into Kerbin orbit. Overly eccentric Kerbin orbit. And technically, we're already there. It's just... There it goes. So we're now going to exit out of map view here. Let's see. There's the sun. There it is. There's Kerbin. And there's the moon gently falling away from us. As Kerbin approaches at high speed, How much delta V do we have left after all this? Wow, really? So no delta V in the first section, but we got over 1,200 just in the middle section. Which should be, yeah, I was about to say, should be this tank right here. So, alright. Pick that up to 1,000 and watch planetary eclipse. Oh, awesome. Alright. We will do a bit of time acceleration here. Yeah, I said it obviously it looks like they messed with the rendering and stuff like that, so don't worry guys, my computer is a beast. It can handle it. So before we get into too much trouble here, we're gonna try and save it this time. I tried to save it the last time I did this too, and well, if you watch the video you'll know what happened. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Go watch the video. Seriously. Watch all of my videos. They're really good. Or at least I think they're good. But I may be biased. So here we are. 3,231 meters per second. Let's see here. Free mode. There we go. Did I ever mention I love those flame effects? Now you see, some people will complain that this technically should blow up my craft, but I'm not one of those people. Ooh, it looks like we might make landfall, people. Highlands again, man. What is it with this place in the Highlands? Like, it's always Highlands. Highlands this, Highlands that. Like, the one time I went to the moon and was, like, gonna land in the Midlands, it kicked straight over to Highlands. Like, always with the Highlands. Actually, you know what I think they probably did? Ooh, sweet grasslands. Nope, Highlands. I think they probably, what I think they did is I think they changed the graphic settings and all that so that people who are doing recordings can record smoothly. Because I know, like, when you get, like, some of the really, really big crafts, this thing, yeah. Even for a beast computer, man, it slows down. So I think they're finally working. They're working on trying to optimize things a bit more. So we're going to turn off our stability control, which for some reason causes our craft to do that. Open the chutes so that way it doesn't. Which is really a bad idea, but I don't have deadly re-entry on, so it's okay. And I won't have it on, ever. This is a video game. If you want real life, get your butt into a real spacecraft and do this stuff yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of gently hover over this here, and hopefully it'll let me recover this. If not, this is going to explode. Which, don't get me wrong, is going to be cool either way, but... And actually, here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and quick save, because there is a... Wait a minute. That shouldn't separate. Uh-oh. Yeah, we do have a problem here. I don't have any way of separating this. So this thing is going to have to land perfectly. If you're wondering why I don't put landing gears on this, well, the thing is, I could put landing gears on here, but... I could put landing gears on here, but what'll happen is this engine is longer than those landing gears, so it's still going to topple over. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to try and get us pointing straight up. Right? So we're going to turn on our stability control. Those chutes should open, and that should slow us down quite a bit, but it's not going to slow us down enough. Ooh, wow. Well, I may have been wrong about that. But It's still technically not enough. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to wait until we get down a little bit farther. And actually I have a whole ton of fuel left. So we're going to burn until we are at... Oh, come on, come on. A little bit more. Come on, show me 6.9. 7. Come on, 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 come on. Because I think 7 meters is like the absolute maximum limit. 6.9, yes! Okay, so... landed. Nope. Recover. Yes! Recover it before it falls over and explodes. Oh, awesome. Wow, really? I earned 16 science. Nice. Just from recovering the vessel. That's awesome. So that puts us one step closer to our goal of 90 science. Because we need 90 science to get this so we can get this. Which is really a tragic shame because I would love to get my hands on this. But that's only because of the skipper. Don't get me wrong though. The mainsail. Oh, that's my engine right there. But that comes next time. We've achieved all of our goals for this mission, and although I have a whole bunch of editing to do, I will say sayonara.